there is another session, the second part of capital market, which is due to start in 2 minutes time. Please be seated. Friends, we are going to start the next session. Please take your respective seats. After successful completion of this hugely successful session, now we are going to start the next session. The session will be the extended part of the capital market again. I request the audience to please take their seats. We shall have the lunch after this half an hour to 45 minute session. The setup is being made. The next session would be on the primary market. Primary market, you must all be knowing that this consists of IPO, debentures, bonus shares, bond, right shares. I mean, from where the equity germinates, the equity birth takes place. Till now we were talking about the secondary market, but now we are going to start about the primary market and how to unlock the value of the business by way of a primary market. There is no bigger example than Adani Group. Adani Group, you must all be knowing that the first issue was made in the year 1993. Adani Export was the name of the company. Now the name of the company is Adani Enterprises. And after that, there have been number of IPOs from Adani Group, and now recently you must have heard that Adani is the biggest, is the richest Asian. He surpassed Anil Ambani, Mukesh Ambani, only due to this primary market unlocking. So this session is going to be start about this primary market, unlocking value of the primary market. There are number of businesses in India. There are number of businesses in India where they have a huge valuations, but only that they are not into the primary market. They have not gone into the IPO. That is why their value is not known to the public. This session is particularly on this aspect. And for this, we have already the speakers available, sitting right in front of me. I think the setup is already almost completed. I request the persons standing, please take their respective seats. We are going to start this session very soon. There is a proposal which is coming from the audience that since the lunch has already started, I think people are now more busy in lunch than they are more interested in lunch than hearing this session. And I think will it be advisable that if we have the lunch first, because it is already lunch time also 1:35, and then after lunch we will again come back around 2 p.m. for this session. I think let's again come together at 2 p.m. after lunch, because I think everybody is busy there. So please excuse me. I think very few people are sitting. They are all wanting to have the lunch, and then we will have the only immediately after the lunch at around 2 we will again start the session. Is it okay? So finally it is the lunch time, and this session is being closed, and we will shall again regather at 2 p.m. Thank you. Now we are going to start the extended part of our capital market session. This was supposed to be done pre-lunch, but now we are going to start. I request CA Rajesh Jalan to escort the speaker. I request CA Sushil Agarwal to escort the speaker. Myself, Rajesh Singhania, welcome each and everybody sitting here. I hope that you had a hugely knowledgeable program pre-lunch. Now this capital market segment shall be the extended part of our this session. We have in this session CA Sanjay Bhalotia, Mr. Avik Gupta, and CA Ayushi Hansaria. I request CA Rajesh Jalan to kindly introduce the speaker. CA Rajesh Jalan, please.
Good afternoon, my dear friends, professional colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. I feel honored to welcome all of you for taking a keen participation in this important technical session. Now, we are going to start our sessions with renowned speaker who will speak on unlocking growth in capital market. VIPCA members are extremely proud and privileged to welcome CA Sanjay Bhalotia, CA Ayushi Hansaria from Affinity Global Capital Market, and Avik Gupta from National Stock Exchange. I am sure that you all will feel enriched with knowledge after the completion of the sessions. Now I introduce our speaker of this session. First co-speaker is Avik Gupta. He is a senior manager of National Stock Exchange, and he is qualified company secretary and PGDM in finance by qualifications. He has over 13 years of experience in their field. He has joined NSE in 2011 and has worked in various departments and vertical of NSE since the last 10 years. I request delegate present here to join their hand together with big round of applause for Avik Gupta. Now I request our past president CA Kamal Bajoria to come forward and offer a flower bouquet to Mr. Avik Gupta. Thank you. Our next speaker is Ayushi Hansaria, Director of Affinity Global Capital Market, and she is also a chartered accountant and company secretary by professions, having experience of 6 years in Big Four company KPMG and PwC. May I request the August gathering join their hand together in the appreciation of CA Ayushi Hansaria. Now I request our past president CA Ashok Agarwal to come forward and offer a flower bouquet to CA Ayushi Hansaria. Thank you, sir. Our another speaker is FCA Sanjay Bhalotia, founder of Affinity Global Capital Market Private Limited. He is a FCA and well-experienced merchant banker professional with decades of experience across a wide spectrum of professional area ranging from equity, derivatives, commodities, advisory, auditing, taxations, and other corporate advisory service with proven credentials in the field of wealth creation and capital market, having rich experience in the financial capital market. I request the House to give big round of applause for our own CA Sanjay Bhalotia. Now may I request Ajay Poddar to come forward and offer a flower bouquet to CA Sanjay Bhalotia. फ्रेंड्स, अभी जस्ट प्री लंच हम लोगों ने कैपिटल मार्केट के बारे में सुना, लिस्टेड कंपनी के बारे में, जहां सभी लोग शेयर के टिप्स लेते रहते हैं, कौन सा शेयर कहां बढ़ेगा, कब बढ़ेगा। बट ये सेशन एक डिफरेंट टाइप का सेशन है कि हम लोग के पास और भी वे है कैपिटल मार्केट का, वेयर वी कैन इन्वेस्ट। और आई एम श्योर दिस सेशन इज गोइंग टू इज मोर मीनिंगफुल एंड फ्रूटफुल फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस। And once again I welcome all of you to these sessions. Hope that we all will have a great time ahead. Thank you. Get back to our session chairman CA Rajesh Singhania to move further. Thank you very much.
Thank you, CA Rajesh Jalan. Basically, let me introduce this topic. This topic is basically how to unlock the value of the business by way of primary market. The primary market, you must be knowing, it is consisting of IPO, bonds, debentures, right issue, bonus issue. I mean, from where the shares germinates. In the first session, we were talking about the secondary market, but now we shall be talking about the primary market. And the importance of primary market, this will be evident to you only with the fact that Adani Enterprises, they came with the public issue in the year 1993. That was the name of the IPO was Adani Exports. Now, a few days back, Mr. Adani was the richest Asian. And it was possible only due to the number of IPOs he brought. Adani Power, Adani Wilmar, so many other. So, that is the importance of IPO. And if you go to the statistics, the Infosys came with the IPO in the year 1993. The IPO price was 95, listing was 145. Today's price is 1394 without taking any other benefits, corporate benefits like right issue or dividend or stock split or whatever. Now I am talking about the Reliance. 1997 it came out the issue. Issue price was 10, listed as rupees 10. Today price is 2605. I am not talking about any other corporate benefits. Adani Enterprises, 1993, IPO price was 150, listed at 187. Today the price is 2110. There are so many examples of IPOs who have given a huge value to the investors. And that is why this entire team is here. Recently, we had a largest IPO of India, that was LIC of 21,000 crore. But if you talk about the world, then there are much bigger issues. And there are, I can tell you the names. The biggest one is Saudi Aramco, $25.6 billion. Alibaba, $21 billion. Then SoftBank, $21 billion. We are nowhere. That means this country, which has got a number of consumers, I think the primary market is going to play a huge role. Recently, we had a very fruitful IPOs also. Of course, we had incurred losses. But you have just heard that you have to wait and watch. You have to have patience in the market. And for that, now we have already the experts available. And I will request them to please give their thoughtful views to this August gathering. And for that, I invite CA Sanjay Bhalotia, Sanjay, Miss CA Ayushi Hansaria and Avik Gupta. Please. They will deliver together, and then Mr. Sanjay Bhalotia will deliver. Please, thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, we would like to welcome each and every one of you right here. It's a great pleasure to represent ourselves at this platform of VIPCA Association and in front of all the dignitaries and delegates. I have with me Mr. Avik ji from NSE, and he would also like to say a few words.
A very good afternoon to the dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Avik Gupta. I'm from the National Stock Exchange, Kolkata Regional Office. And before I start my deliberation today, a special thanks to VIPCA, VIPCA, for organizing this wonderful, iconic event in the city of Kolkata. I have done sessions with VIPCA earlier also. And from my personal experience, I can tell you, nobody can understand capital market better than the members of VIPCA. So, it's like that, I was speaking to a gentleman in the morning and he was telling me that इतने सारे IPOs क्यों आ रहे हैं पिछले 1.5 साल से? In India, at NSE, only 2,000 plus companies are listed. And in Europe, the number is more than 8,000. So with a population of 130 billion, if there are only 1/4 of the companies listed, then you can understand that there's a long way for India to cover. During this festival of IPOs, we have seen that there were many companies which came up. I happened to be with NSE for the last 11 years. मैंने अपने tenure में I've seen the largest IPO of that period, a company which is very close to us, which raised around 15,000 crores, called Coal India, a company which is very rich in assets, one of the Ratnas of India. And few days back, we also saw an IPO of a company which raised 21,000 crores, जिसका existence हम सबके mobile app में है, called Paytm. But all of us sitting here, many of us do not know where is the head office of Paytm or where are the regional offices. I'm not getting into the concept कि कौन सा business model better है, कौन सा खराब है, किसका valuation क्या है, those are different things. All I want to say is that time is changing. The concept of doing business is changing. The dynamics of business is changing. The corporates who are sitting here, or the professionals like you who have corporate clients, no one can guarantee that after 5 years, these corporates are going to earn the same amount of profit, have the same profit margin or not. Why are you seeing so many companies getting listed through an IPO? It's very simple. It is because if you see the Nifty 50 companies, in a normal situation when the market is stable, these companies create value, create wealth, not only for the investors, but also for the promoters. We do these awareness sessions in NSE because आप सबको पता है कि NSE has a main board, जहाँ पे companies like Paytm, Nykaa, Zomato, LIC, they all come. But NSE also has an SME board, जहाँ पे small and medium enterprises can come up with their IPO, जहाँ पे IPO size 5 crore से लेके 50 crore, 100 crore कुछ भी हो सकता है. There are more than 250 companies which are listed in the SME board. जो last question था अनिल सिंघवी जी के session में was from a gentleman asking कि हम लोग SME IPOs के बारे में बात क्यों नहीं करते हैं? हम लोग इसलिए बात नहीं करते क्योंकि हम लोग को मालूम ही नहीं है that there are IPOs which come on the SME board where people can invest. From Kolkata, there are more than around 15 companies which are listed in the SME platform. और उसमें से बहुत सारे companies already migrate कर चुके हैं main board में. These companies have created wealth not only for the promoters but also for the investors. Our agenda here are only two simple things. First, to tell you that what are the listing criterias? And second, as a CA, as a chartered accountant, most of you are into auditing, but there's a different segment, there's a different profession which you can also pursue, that is in the capital market. So how capital market can become an additional professional angle for you is what we wanted to highlight here. So I would request my colleague Ayushi to start.
Thank you, Avik ji. So our today's topic is unlocking growth through capital market. But before we get into this topic, I would like to narrate a small story in front of you all. एक बार एक बेटे ने अपने पापा से पूछा, पापा, what is the value of my life? And his father didn't reply anything. He just said, beta, ये stone लो and sell it in the market. And if anyone asks you the price for this, don't say anything. Just raise 2 fingers. He went to the market and started selling the stone. And when he started selling the stone, then a girl came and asked for the price. And he didn't answer anything, just raised 2 fingers. So the girl said, 2 rupees. Okay, I will take it. बेटा कुछ बोला नहीं, सीधा अपने पापा के पास आया, पापा बोला, पापा, there is a girl who wants to buy this stone for 2 rupees. His father then said, beta, now I want you to take this stone to a museum and ask the price for this. If anyone asks the price for this, don't answer anything, just raise 2 fingers. He went to the museum and a man showed up to buy the stone, and when he didn't answer and raised just 2 fingers, the man said 2 lakh rupees. Okay, I will take it. So the boy didn't knew what to say at that moment. He just ran up to his father and said, Father, there is a man who wants to buy this stone for 2 lakh rupees. His father said, son, do you know the value of your life now? It matters where you place yourself. Understand your value. Understand how you can create your wealth. So today I am here to explain how you can create your wealth. एक बिजनेसमैन अपने लाइफ का सब कुछ अपनी कंपनी को देता है, but what he gets in return? Can anyone from the audience answer this? What he gets in return? Please, sir. Please, can anyone help with the mic? Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so being a businessman, the first and foremost perspective of the entrepreneur who started the business, his perspective is to grow.
Right.
So name, fame, wealth. For this, we have to make a team. Because if you want to grow big, you have to make a team. You can grow alone.
Very true,
And
sir.
you have a responsibility towards society. So that thing should be kept in mind. Thank you.
Yes. So what a businessman gets is name, fame, profit, growth, credibility, as rightly mentioned by him. But what you actually need, where is the wealth? Where is the market visibility? Why not to spread in the world and show what you are and what you have been doing so far? Capitalize your wealth that you have already earned so far. And that can only be done through capital market. With this note, I would like to come to our today's topic, unlocking growth through capital market. So first of all, we must understand what is capital market. Capital market is nothing but a bridge between an issuer and the investors. Issuer is one who raises capital in the public, and this capital market can be divided into 2 categories, primary market and secondary market. Primary market is where the public sells, any private company sells its equity for the first time in the public. That is considered as IPO, which we are discussing it over here. And second is secondary market, which we already know and we all been trading so far. So today I will be discussing about primary market. So today we have, I would like to let you know that there are 3 listing platforms: Mainboard, SME, and Innovators Growth Platform, whereas when company can get listed. आप सब सोच रहे होंगे कि हम लोग तो ये सब जानते हैं, इसमें नया क्या है? But I would like to tell you that today we're gonna cover the role of chartered accountants and how we can contribute towards this capital market. But before we get into this, it is important for everyone to understand what are the basic criteria that we have for each of these platforms, like main board, SME, and startup listing. So I'll first start with main board listing criteria. For main board listing, the company should have at least 3 crores in net tangible asset. The company should have a net worth of 1 crore rupees and average of operating profit of at least 15 crore in each of the last 3 preceding financial years. If a company has taken a new name, then they have to earn revenue at least 50% from the new name that he has already obtained. The total value of the issue size of the IPO by the company should not be more than 5 times of the net worth before the issue of IPO. So this is all about the criteria for main board IPO, and for SME and Innovators Growth Program, my friend Avik ji will take forward to continue with further listing regulations. Thank you.
For any company to get listed on a stock exchange, the auditor, the chartered accountant, plays a very important role. Any promoter who is engaged with a chartered accountant since inception or for the last 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, जब तक उनके ऑडिटर से, उनके सीए से गो हेड नहीं आता, कोई भी प्रोमोटर अपना कंपनी लिस्ट नहीं करना चाहता है. There is where the CAs, the auditors, play a very, very important role. If you look at statistics from pan-India across the country, from Gujarat, from Maharashtra, from Delhi, there are many, many companies which are getting listed day in and day out. But from the eastern region, from West Bengal, Odisha, other states, it has a long way to catch up with the other parts of the country. This is the reason why we do these awareness sessions more in eastern region, so that we can actually tell you what are the listing criterias, and with the kind of knowledge, expertise, experience which you have, you will be the right person to understand that which are your corporate clients who are ready to get listed, where the client will get benefit and the investors will get a new company to invest in. So as I was saying, NSE has 3 platforms. The first is a main board, जहाँ पे हम लोग जानते हैं कि सब बड़े कंपनियाँ आती है. Second is an SME board. SME board, if you see the world over, there in every advanced country, there is an SME exchange. In India also, we have this SME platform, which is operational from the last 10 years now. And 250 से भी ज़्यादा companies SME में list हो चुके हैं. In order to invest in these companies, you need not to have a separate demat account. Like you can give a call to your broker and say that I want to buy 10 shares of any main board company, say LIC. You can give a call to the same broker and say that I want to buy 10 shares or 1,000 shares of this SME company. So the platform for NSE, the capital market platform, is same both for main board companies as well as SME board company. Now let us understand why this SME IPOs have become so popular in the recent times. ये जो 250 कंपनियां आप देख रहे हैं जो NSE में listed है in the SME segment, उसमें से 37 companies got listed last year only. The market cap of these companies are more than 35,000 crores and issue size was around 4,000 crore. Since we are all chartered accountants here, we all know that balance sheet में left hand top corner में दो items होते हैं. One is equity share capital and second is reserves and surplus. इन दोनों को अगर हम लोग add कर दे, we get the net worth of the company. You ask any listed company, what is your net worth? Usually the promoters say that मेरा net worth तो भाई मेरा market cap ही है. the market capitalization which is there. There's a company which recently got listed from Kolkata, jiska book value has around 45 rupees, and it is trading at around 900 rupees today, 20 times book. Equities can actually give you 10 times, 20 times of your book value of your assets. Business can give you profit, but equity can actually give you wealth. If you see, the number of sectors are 20. There are all kinds of sectors which are listed in the SME platform. And the best part about the SME platform is, एक बार जब company SME platform में list हो जाती है and it completes 2 years, it automatically gets migrated to the main board. So 250 में से 105 companies already main board में migrate हो चुकी हैं. I will show you which are the companies from Kolkata, from West Bengal, which got listed on SME and which got migrated to the main board. So when does a company list usually? This will definitely help you to understand which are the clients have the potential to list. Whenever a company has crossed the early stage and it is in the growth phase and it needs additional capital to grow, that is when they think of listing. So, कोई भी companies जिसमें growth नहीं है, हम लोग बोलते हैं आप listing के लिए मत आइए. लेकिन किसी भी company में अगर growth है, तो rather than showing that performance in your financial documents, show that performance in the financial markets. That is where value and wealth will be created. Eligibility criteria क्या है SME listing का? Very simple. The paid up capital of the company should be less than 25 crores. Less than 25 crores, क्योंकि अगर more than 25 crore हुआ, तो it gets listed in the main board. Secondly, the company should have operational history for the last 3 years. Minimum 3 साल पुरानी company होनी चाहिए. The company should be making profit at the EBITDA level for 2 out of the last 3 years, and the company should have a positive net worth. So from this criteria, you can understand there would be many of your clients who would fulfill this criteria and who might be fit for an SME listing. Main board और SME में अंतर क्या होता है? The biggest difference is that main board में profit before tax has to be 15 crores average for the last 3 years. And SME में there is no such criteria. Main board में there has to be at least 1000 allottees, and SME में only 50 allottees. Main board में every quarter the financials has to be submitted, whereas in SME board only half yearly submission is sufficient. And there are some other criteria also. As I was saying, the biggest benefit which your corporate client is going to get is that they can get migrated from the SME board to the main board at no extra cost after 2 years. And they will be put into the same peer companies as the main board companies are there. So this is the biggest benefit which the SME companies can derive from the SME listing. This is a story of Eastern region. These are the companies which got listed from Kolkata, etc. in the last few years. कुछ कंपनी शायद आप लोगों को मालूम है, कुछ कंपनीज में शायद आप लोगों ने इन्वेस्ट भी किया होगा. Recently we listed a company from Kolkata called Cool Caps Industries. This company makes this blue cap which you find in the Bisleri bottles. The company got listed 3 months back and it has done very well in the stock markets. Why I'm taking examples of these companies is because these companies have actually covered the journey to come to the capital market, and many of these companies actually have created wealth for the promoters and investors both. And these are the SME companies which got migrated to the main board of late. इसमें से आप देखिएगा, पंसारी डेवलपर्स इज अ कोलकाता बेस्ड कंपनी, हिंदकॉन केमिकल्स इज अ कोलकाता बेस्ड कंपनी, आयरस क्लोथिंग हावड़ा बेस्ड कंपनी है, डोरेमी बोल के एक बच्चों का ब्रांड के कपड़े बनाती है. सो देयर आर मेनी सच कंपनीज विच गॉट माइग्रेटेड टू द मेन बोर्ड. वी ऑल्सो हैव एन इनोवेटर्स ग्रोथ प्लेटफॉर्म फॉर एनी कंपनी विच इज इन टू IT or technology और बायोटेक्नोलॉजी एक्सेट्रा जो न्यू एज बिजनेसेस है. And the criteria is that at least 25% of the pre-issue capital should be held by institutional investors for the last 2 years. What are the benefits of listing? I can go on saying the benefits of listing, the benefits which will accrue to your corporate clients once they are listed. But कुछ points मैं बता देता हूँ. If a company earns 1 crore profit, the net worth of the promoter increases by 1 crore. But if it is a listed company, and if it is listed with its peers, जहाँ पे their peers are compared in something called a price earning ratio, PE ratio, और वो 10-20 का जो भी चल रहा है, if a listed company makes a profit of 1 crore, the wealth of the investors increases by 10 crores with a 10 price earning ratio. Second is, listing is a biggest way by which you can have a pan-India presence, a pan-India publicity. Many of the companies we never knew before until they got listed and until we started buying their shares. Third is, any company which is listed, they can use their equity shares as collateral for pledging and getting additional debt for the company. Fourth, any company which is listed, once they are into the capital markets, they can come up with their capital issue n number of times. They can come up with rights issues, private placements, etc. n number of times. So they have access to equity capital for a unlimited number of times. Fourth is, any company which wants to do an acquisition, it is very easy for them to get other companies if they are a listed entity. So rather than giving shares, they can issue shares to the company and acquire new companies. So आपने देखा होगा recently जब हम लोग pandemic चल रहा था, companies like Sunrise, etc., they actually got acquired by companies like ITC by just issuing of shares. So there are several advantages like that. So these are the various benefits which are there, and main we wanted to point out is the criteria by which you can identify which are the corporate clients of yours who can actually be eligible for listing. Now I will request my colleague Ayushi to cover the roadway or the map by which you can actually, as a charter accountant, help your corporate clients to make them aware about the listing process.
Thank you, Avik ji, for your knowledgeable session. Now, first of all, I would like to request everyone to wake up. I know Lalit has provided a good lunch and everyone has taken it very nicely, but bear with us for some more time. So, first of all, I would like to tell you that we all love it when we know that any IPO is coming in the market. We all start analyzing whether the company has a potential to be the next Google or Apple. But do you actually know what goes behind the scenes? So today I'm going to tell you the process of IPO, how the listing is done. So once a company decides to raise capital, they appoint merchant bankers. And then due diligence is conducted in reference to secretarial, legal, financial, all the aspects of the company, and DRHP is prepared on that basis. DRHP is nothing but the draft red herring prospectus. It is a Janam Kundli of the company, you can say, where we have to give all the information about the company since inception, be it business, risk, why the company is going to raise fund, and where the funds will be utilized. Once this document is prepared, it is getting filed with SEBI. And once the SEBI approves it, then merchant bankers in consultant with company start doing their marketing. This marketing is done through roadshows, PR activities, small Q&A sessions, and many other ways. And then the pricing of the IPO and listing is done. So this is the brief about how this entire process goes. Now, I would like to tell you about the role of chartered accountant and how we can contribute towards this. So there are total 3 types of chartered accountants ruling all over the country. First, who are doing their own business. Second, who are in employment in any organization. And third, who are practicing chartered accountants. So till now, whatever we have been discussing was about the first 2 people who have already been in the business. But who are the practicing chartered accountants and how they can contribute, that I will explain now. So first, let's understand what are the benefits you can get. The first benefit is any listed company will always get a credibility to your firm. And there are many CAs in the market, but there are very few who are actually exploring this market. So it is the right opportunity and right time to get into this capital market. Now I will briefly explain you what are the steps, how you can enter into the capital market. First, based on the eligibility criteria, which we have already explained, identify your clients who are ideal listing candidates. Then tie up with some merchant bankers for win-win understanding and introduce your client to merchant bankers and have joint meetings with them. And once the mandate is signed, then there are few roles which a CA can contribute, like they can help the company to reinstate financial statement as guided by SEBI. They can help the merchant bankers in conducting due diligence of the company. Post-listing, you can perform the half-yearly and quarterly audit of the company. And as a listed company, there are various compliances which needs to be followed as per LODR norms. So the role of CA is not just restricted to statutory audit or internal audit, and there is a many more scope that compliance health check of the company can be conducted by the chartered accountant. So with this note, I would like to make closure, and I would like to welcome CA Sanjay Bhalotia sir to represent. Thank you.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. It's my pleasure to address this house. I am here to not वही घिसा फिटा ज्ञान देने नहीं आया. My team already elaborated you. I am here to tell the benefit of the capital market. But before tell the benefit of the capital market, मैं एक बात बोलना चाहता हूँ. समय दिया है वतन तेरे लिए. समय दिया है वतन तेरे लिए. दिल से हमने बनाया ये. समय दिया है वतन तेरे लिए. हम जान देंगे ये वतन तेरे ग्रोथ के लिए. This note I start what's the benefit of the capital market. Till now, in India, we have total capitalization value of the shares, market value is 3.3 trillion, where the US market is 47 trillion, where our population is 140 crores and their population is 35 crores. So tremendous growth prospectus is there. So we chartered accountant, you should give our 100% to development of this nation. Now come to our subject. What is the blood of the company? Can anyone tell blood? Blood is a fund. And where do I get the fund? There is a 5 source of fund. Number 1, promoters contribution. Number 2, internal accrual. Then debt from banks, lenders. And fourth one, the relatives and friends. And what about our others? Is capital market. First 4 और are limitation. बैंक आपको पैसा देता है लिमिटेशन में, प्राइवेट कंपनी को पैसा मिलती है लिमिटेशन में, फ्रेंड्स रिलेटिव्स आपको पैसे देते हैं लिमिटेशन में, और हर चीज़ की कॉस्ट होती है. आप जब सोते हो तो आपको पैसा देना है वापस, जब जगते हो तब भी देना है, लॉस लगे तो भी आपको वापस करना है, पेंडेमिक आए तो भी आपको पैसा देना है. देयर इज़ नो एस्केप रूट फॉर दैट. बट देयर इज़ अ वन मार्केट, कैपिटल मार्केट, वेयर विल गेट द फंड. वो कैपिटल मार्केट बहुत कम लोग टैप करना चाहते हैं. पीपल्स आर स्केयर टू गो देयर मार्केट. बहुत सारा कंप्लायंस करना पड़ेगा, गवर्नेंस बढ़ जाएगी. हम तो छोटी कंपनी है. और आज तक आपने कंपनी से क्या कमाया? प्रॉफिट कमाया. अब प्रॉफिट का क्या करते हो? प्रॉफिट से हम अपना घर चलाते हैं, बिजनेस बढ़ाते हैं, शादी करते हैं, घूमने फिरने जाते हैं. बट ये तो हमारी लाइफ नहीं होनी चाहिए. हमें तो और भी कुछ करना चाहिए लाइफ में. वी हैव गिवन एंटायर आवर लाइफ हम फंक्शन ऑफ करते हैं, सब कुछ ऑफ करते हैं फॉर द बिजनेस के लिए. बट व्हाट बिजनेस वी आर गिविंग टू अदर देन प्रॉफिट? सो मेनी थिंग्स इज पेंडिंग, दैट इज अ वेल्थ. वेयर इज अ वेल्थ? वेल्थ हमें मिला नहीं है. वेल्थ लेने के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा? वी शुड मूव टू कैपिटल मार्केट. जैसे यहाँ पे लिखा है VIP रोड, कैपिटल मार्केट इज अ VIP रोड फॉर द कंपनी. अगर वो VIP रोड अपने लेते हैं तो डेफिनेटली गेट द मनी फ्रॉम द कैपिटल मार्केट. And lots of investors. In the capital market, two things, one sector is there. One is investor prospector, one is company. Lots of investors, they are waiting for the good company to invest their money in capital market. And we Indians, now this economical is a very good shape and is growing every day. So this is a good time to go to the capital market. Don't forsake about the capital market. आज internal अपने को strength लानी पड़ेगी अपने capital company में. External it is like nothing. आप डेट लेते हो, कंपनी की लोन से कंपनी चला रहे हो, बट इज इट आवर लाइफ? नो. कभी बैंक आपको बोलेगा रिटर्न माई मनी, इन्वेस्टर आपका जो लेंडर आके मांगेगा रिटर्न माई मनी, बट यू डोंट हैव मनी. आप क्या करोगे? आई एम गिविंग वन एग्जांपल टू यू. आप सॉक्स एंड शूज, सॉक्स पहनते हैं, उसके ऊपर शूज़ पहनते हैं. सॉक्स हमारी अंदर से फटी हुई रहती है, हम शूज़ पहन के घूमने चले जाते हैं, बहुत हैप्पी रहते हैं, लेकिन कभी सॉक्स निकालना पड़ता है, व्हाट टू डू? हमें शर्म आएगी, इंसल्ट होगा हमारा, हम नहीं निकालेंगे. लाइक कंपनी, इक्विटी मार्केट की स्ट्रेंथ अच्छी है हमारी, तो हमको 50 बार भी सॉक्स उतारना पड़े, आई कैन डू दैट. तो इट्स अ गुड टाइम फॉर द ऑल द कंपनी गो टू कैपिटल मार्केट. SME हो, मेन बोर्ड हो, स्टार्टअप हो, दिस लॉट्स ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटीज देयर इन द कैपिटल मार्केट. और उसमें जाके वी कैन ग्रो आवर सेल्फ, ग्रो द कंट्री, ग्रो द अदर्स स्टेक होल्डर ऑल्सो. अभी आपको कोई फंड की रिक्वायरमेंट है, व्हाट टू डू? आप कहाँ जाओगे? बैंकर्स के पास जाओगे? प्राइवेट जाओगे? बीवी के पास जाओगे तो बहुत मार पड़ेगी, जाना मत गलती से भी, वहाँ बहुत तकलीफ होगी आपको. वहाँ पे मोदी जी ने एक बार पैसा निकलवाया तो बहुत गलियाँ सीनी थी मोदी जी ने भी उस चीज़ के लिए. तो अभी ऐसा कहाँ जाओगे? तो कैपिटल मार्केट इज ऑप्शंस. आपके पास कोई रिक्वायरमेंट, आप क्या करते हो? ऐसे सोचने के लिए मजबूर हो जाते हो. What is कहाँ से फंड लाए, कहाँ से फंड लाए? वी चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट मेक द ब्रिज. आप अब चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट मेक द ब्रिज. एडवाइस टू क्लाइंट, गो टू द कैपिटल मार्केट, टेक द फंड फॉर परमानेंटली. आपको सोते जागते पैसे वापस नहीं करने पड़ेगा. ऑब्लिगेशन इज द ओनली परफॉर्मेंस. और ये परफॉर्मेंस अच्छी करो, फ्यूचर में पीपल विल गो मोर मनी टू यू. एंड आई विल नॉट टेक मच टाइम बिकॉज ऑलरेडी यू आर प्रेजेंटर. मिस्टर आहूजा सर इज वेटिंग फॉर दिस टर्न एंड हिज फ्लाइट ऑल्सो देयर. Lots of I can say, but it's this not I'm going to complete. This is my speech. And that's at last I'm telling VIP road. This capital market is a VIP road for the capital market. Again, thanks for your hearing. And if there's any questions, you come to my office. You discuss with me anytime. I'm here available. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all the speakers. CA Sanjay Bhalotia, CA Ayushi Hansaria, and Mr. Avik Gupta. Now I quickly move on and request CA Anil Achalia to offer a formal vote of thanks.
Thank you, Rajesh ji. I, on behalf of VIP Road Chartered Accountant Study Circle, extend a very hearty vote of thanks to CA Sanjay Bhalotia, CA Ayushi Hansaria, and Mr. Avik Gupta from National Stock Exchange for accepting our invitation, gracing their important work, and sharing their insights on the given topic, unlocking growth in capital market. May I now request the House to give a big round of applause for the speakers of the session. As a token of our love and gratitude, may I now request CA Ansul Bhuvania to come forward and now present a memento to CA Sanjay Bhalotia ji. May I now request CA Rohit Kejriwal to come forward and offer a memento to CA Ayushi Hansaria. May I now request CA Vishnu Kumar Tulsian to come forward. Vishnu is not there. So may I now request Hariramji Agarwalji, please come forward and offer a memento to Shri Avik Gupta ji. I thank each and every member present over here for their patient hearing. Thank you very much.
We will move on to the next session, the most awaited session by Professor C.A. Giri Sahuja ji. I request the organizers to please start the session.